These SUVs hit 500,000 miles and still run like new, all under $5,000. Let's talk about the most dangerous thing your family can do with money. And no, it's not crypto. It's walking into a dealership and signing a $700 a month car payment on a brand new crossover. Over 5 years, that's $42,000 gone. $42,000 that could have been a down payment on a house, a college fund, or a retirement account. And what do you have to show for it? A vehicle that will be worth $11,000 the moment the warranty expires. Here's what the automotive industry has spent billions of dollars hoping you never figure out. There is a generation of crossover SUVs, right now, today, sitting on Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace, and used car lots for under $5,000. These are not clunkers. These are not beaters. These are machines with drivetrains, so overbuilt, so obsessively engineered, that verified, documented examples have crossed the 500,000-mile mark and kept on going. 500,000 miles. On cars you can buy today for less than a used jet ski. I'm going to count down the top 5. I'm going to tell you exactly which engine to look for, exactly what maintenance makes it immortal, and exactly which cosmetic flaws you need to stop being afraid of, because those flaws are your ticket to acquiring something mechanically brilliant for pocket change. Before we dive in, one ground rule. At $5,000, you are not buying a showroom car. You are buying bones. You are buying a drivetrain and a proven chassis. The paint will be faded. The leather will be cracked. There will be a dent somewhere nobody cares about. That is not a problem. That is the discount. The financially savvy buyer learns to see past surface-level cosmetics and look straight at what actually matters: the engine, the transmission, the frame, and the service history. Keep that mindset locked in, and these 5 vehicles will genuinely change your financial life. If this kind of honest, no-nonsense information saves even one family from a bad car payment, hit like right now. It takes 1 second, and it helps more people find this before they make a $40,000 mistake. Number 5. The 2002 to 2006 Honda CR-V, second generation. The second-generation CR-V is quietly one of the most respected high-mileage crossovers in North American history. Under the hood lives Honda's K24A1, part of the legendary K-Series family, the same architecture that powered a generation of performance cars and still commands devotion from mechanics worldwide. The engineering secret. The K24 is a 2.4-liter inline 4-cylinder with Honda's iVTEC system, a forged internal closed-deck block built with conservative thermal tolerances. It runs cooler, wears slower, and cruises at highway speeds barely working. Critically, it uses a timing chain, not a belt, so you will never face a $700 mandatory replacement interval. The 500,000-mile buyer's guide. Clean oil is everything. Use full synthetic 5W20, change it every 5,000 miles, never let it run low. The VTEC system is oil pressure actuated, so neglect the oil and you kill the system. The automatic transmission fluid must be changed every 30,000 miles using Honda dual pump fluid specifically. Skip this, and you will have transmission shudder by 150,000 miles. Follow it, and owners report smooth shifts past 300,000. The $5,000 reality check. Expect peeling clear coat on the hood and roof, scratched interior plastics, and worn cloth seats. Ignore all of it. Inspect the rear wheel bearings, which are a known wear item, and check the subframe for structural rust on northern cars. Surface rust is normal. Structural rust is a deal breaker. Number 4. The 2003 to 2008 Honda Pilot, first generation. Honda's first serious 3-row crossover for North America was not built to impress critics for one model year. It was built to last decades. The first generation Pilot is powered by the J35A3 and J35A4, Honda's 3.5-liter naturally aspirated V6, arguably the high watermark of Honda's naturally aspirated engineering era. The engineering secret. The J-Series V6 is under-square, meaning the bore is smaller relative to the stroke, which biases it toward low RPM torque delivery and dramatically reduces cylinder wall wear over a lifetime of operation. The oil passages are generous, and the cooling system is conservatively sized. Ask any Honda specialist what a 250,000-mile J35 looks like inside, and they will tell you the same thing: factory clean. The 500,000-mile buyer's guide. The transmission is the focal point. The 5-speed automatic is capable of extraordinary mileage, but only with fluid changes every 30,000 miles using Honda ATFC1 or DW1 fluid. This is the single most documented cause of early pilot transmission failure. The front and rear differentials use Honda dual-pump fluid and must be serviced every 30,000 miles. Skip the rear differential and you develop the famous pilot parking lot shudder. Spark plugs at 105,000 miles. Coolant every 5 years. The $5,000 reality check. Worn second row upholstery, faded hood paint, scratched door panels, and possible headliner sag are all standard finds. The AC compressor clutch is a known wear item, so budget for it if the air blows warm. What you are watching for is any transmission shudder during light acceleration. Shudder means deferred maintenance, not necessarily a dead transmission. Use it to negotiate the price, then service it immediately. Number 3. The 2006 to 2012 Toyota RAV4, third generation V6. At number 3 we enter Toyota's world, where engineering conservatism is so deliberate it borders on philosophical. The third generation RAV4 earns its spot specifically in V6 form, and the reason is one of the most celebrated engine families in Toyota's modern history. The engineering secret. The engine is the 2G RFE, Toyota's 3.5-liter V6 with dual VVTi on both camshafts, an aluminum block with pressed-in iron cylinder liners and thermal margins Toyota deliberately calibrated below the engine's actual stress threshold. This engine powered everything from the Camry to the Sienna to the Lexus ES350. When professional fleet operators, people whose entire job is calculating cost per mile, specifically sought out 2G RFE vehicles for their commercial operations, that is the market telling you something. The 500,000-mile buyer's guide. The water pump on early production 2G RFE engines uses a resin plastic impeller driven by the timing chain. It can degrade internally and contaminate the oil without visible external leaks. If undocumented, budget for a proactive water pump replacement. Valve clearance checks every 60,000 miles are Toyota specified and non-negotiable because tight valves burn valves. Transmission fluid every 30,000 miles, coolant every 100,000 miles, and full synthetic oil every 5,000 miles. The $5,000 reality check. Oxidized paint on silver and white examples is near universal. Interior plastics scratch easily on this generation. Watch for oil consumption on very high mileage examples. A cold start blue smoke puff that clears quickly is minor. Sustained blue smoke under load is a deeper concern. Check the transmission for hesitation between second and third gear, which signals deferred fluid service. Solid undercarriage, documented maintenance, and a strong running engine are your 3 green lights to buy. Drop a comment right now and tell me, do you own any of these, or are you about to go buy one? Number 2. The 1999 to 2006 Lexus RX 300 and RX 330, first and second generation. Tom Thulai. A genuine Lexus luxury crossover, the vehicle that created the luxury crossover segment and was once the best-selling luxury vehicle in America, available under $5,000. The price has collapsed for one entirely cosmetic reason, and for the financially intelligent buyer, that reason is a gift. The engineering secret. The RX 300 uses Toyota's 1MZ-FE, a 3.0-liter V6 with forged connecting rods, a dual overhead cam design with VVTi, and a block Toyota's own engineers described as overspecified for passenger car duty, meaning structural margin was deliberately built in beyond what the application required. That margin is longevity. The RX 330 upgrades to the 3.3-liter 3MZ-FE, a refined evolution of the same architecture. Documented 400,000-mile examples across the Lexus ES300, the Toyota Avalon, and the Toyota Solara, all sharing this engine, have built a 2-decade body of evidence. This engine does not wear out in any practical time frame. The 500,000-mile buyer's guide. The 1MZ-FE and 3MZ-FE are timing belt engines. Replace the belt every 90,000 miles, always simultaneously replacing the water pump, idler, and tensioner. This service runs $400 to $700 at an independent shop. When buying, this is your first question. When was the timing belt last done? Transmission fluid every 30,000 miles, spark plugs at 105,000 miles, and a coolant flush every 5 years. The aluminum block is vulnerable to electrolytic corrosion from acidified coolant past its service life, so do not skip this one. The $5,000 reality check. The cracked dashboard is the reason these sell for under $5,000. The foam-backed vinyl on the upper dashboard hardens, shrinks, and cracks after 2 decades of sun exposure, especially in Florida, Arizona, and California. It looks rough. It affects absolutely nothing mechanical. A purpose-made aftermarket dash cover costs between $40 and $90 and resolves it entirely. Seek out the cracked dashboard. It is not a flaw. It is your negotiating leverage. Pair that with verified timing belt history and a clean undercarriage, and you are acquiring a genuine Japanese luxury vehicle for economy car money. Number 1. The 2001 to 2007 Toyota Highlander, first generation. The first-generation Toyota Highlander represents, in the professional opinion of independent mechanics across this country, the single most reliable family crossover ever produced for the North American market. The engineering secret. The V6 Highlander uses the same 1MZFE we just covered in the Lexus RX 300, and that shared platform is precisely the point. By the time this engine reached Highlander production, it had already accumulated tens of millions of collective miles in Camrys and Avalons. Every production refinement and every quality control iteration was already worked out. Toyota then applied this validated drivetrain to a vehicle purpose-built for family utility duty, with a cooling system sized for a heavier vehicle under sustained load, a suspension geometry calibrated for load carrying, and a transmission calibration matched to the stop-and-go highway and occasional dirt road cycling that families actually do. The drivetrain and chassis are in perfect alignment. The result is a vehicle that does not know how to fail on schedule. The 500,000-mile buyer's guide. Timing belt at every 90,000 miles, with the water pump idler and tensioner replaced simultaneously, every time, no exceptions. A failed timing belt on this interference engine destroys it. A replaced belt on an otherwise strong engine gets you to 500,000 miles. Transmission fluid every 30,000 miles using Toyota T4 fluid, not generic ATF. Full synthetic engine oil every 5,000 miles. Valve cover gaskets are a known SEEP item past 150,000 miles. The repair is under $200, and it should be addressed before it progresses to exhaust manifold dripping. Coolant every 100,000 miles. Spark plugs at 105,000 miles. And differential service on all-wheel drive models every 30,000 miles. The $5,000 reality check. Under $5,000, expect faded paint, cracked weather stripping, a worn driver's seat, scratched interior panels, and possibly a check engine light for an oxygen sensor or evap code. Both are common, and both are inexpensive to resolve. Get a pre-purchase inspection from an independent Toyota specialist. Put it on a lift, confirm the timing belt history, walk past everything cosmetic, and look straight at the bones. A well-documented first-generation Highlander V6 with solid undercarriage is not an old car. It is an immortal drivetrain that the market is mispricing because the paint is faded. 5 crossovers. 5 indestructible drivetrains, all under $5,000. The math is simple. $700 a month for 5 years is $42,000. $5,000 plus disciplined maintenance over the same period, every timing belt, every fluid change might cost you $8,000 total. The difference is $34,000. That is a home down payment, a retirement contribution, a college fund, real financial leverage available to anyone willing to buy a car with faded paint and the mechanical soul of something built to last forever. All in. If this video just saved your family from a bad car payment, do 3 things right now. Hit the like button. It takes 1 second and it helps this reach the next family before they make a $40,000 mistake. Drop a comment below and tell me which one of these 5 you are going after. And if you are not subscribed yet, hit that button right now, because every single week we break down exactly this kind of information, the stuff the dealerships and the banks are hoping you never find. Stop buying new cars. Go find your immortal bones.